excavator. This vehicle is called excavator. Then we have bulldozer. This also you might have seen several times in road construction. This is called front loader. People have the tendency of calling everything JCB. That is a wrong concept. JCB is a manufacturer, like Hyundai is a manufacturer, Kate is a manufacturer. This is manufactured by John Deere. This looks like our tractor, is not it? So this is front loader. This is dump truck. People can also call it dumper because it helps in dumping the materials which has been loaded here. And this one is called scraper. So we will discuss all this later on. And the last one, this is called grader. Right? They are used for grading or leveling. So these are the basic machines most commonly used in land reclamation. Now, what are the topics that we will be covering in this particular course? First unit is hydraulic system, components, working principle, etc. of hydraulic system. So all these machines, they work basically on the principle of hydraulics. That means they are powered by hydraulic or hydraulic power. Nowadays, you might have heard power steering, power brake. All these are nothing but making use of hydraulic power. So power steering means in vehicle, earlier there was no power steering, there was totally manual steering. Nowadays, steering has become very light, it can be easily turned. For driver, it is very smooth and soft now. That means the assistance for moving the steering wheel will be given by hydraulic power. Similarly, power brake. So power will be assisted using hydraulic controls. So unit 1 is hydraulic system. This is the basic on which all these machines work. Next, crawler tractor. Differential, brake, clutch, suspension. So these are the various components of crawler tractor. So what is crawler tractor? Here you see, these are called wheeled tractor. Pneumatic wheel, if you want to be precise. These are called crawler tractor. They crawl, is not it? Or otherwise they are also called track type tractor. These are called wheel type tractor. Alright, this all will fall under tractor. When we say tractor, we does not only mean agriculture tractor. Tractor are of different types. These are also examples of tractor. Wheel tractor, crawler tractor, or track type tractor. These are called tracks, and they crawl. So they are called crawler tractor or track type tractor. So this is crawler tractor. Differential, brake, clutch, suspension, track assembly, and their repair and maintenance. Third is introduction to bulldozer, front end loader, ditcher, excavator, land leveler, grader, roller, and dump truck. So bulldozer you have seen here. This is your bulldozer. Front end loader. This is your front end loader. Ditcher. So what is ditcher? Ditcher is basically a machine used to construct ditches. So what are ditches? In simple words, we can say drain or nala, what we call, or a ditch. So that is ditcher, the machines used for constructing ditches. Then we have excavator. Excavator you have seen here. This is excavator. Land leveler. Leveler we have not shown here. Then grader. We have shown this is your grader. And dump truck. Sorry, roller and dump truck. Roller, you know, road roller used to level the surface. Dump truck, again, you have seen several times. And now troubleshooting of land reclamation machinery. So if there are any problem, what could be the probable cause and how we should correct it, like you have troubleshooting in laptop, in your mobile, in your the computer desktop. So similar troubleshooting. What are the probable cause of any problem and how to correct it or rectify it. So these are the 4 units we will be discussing in this particular course. Now, Unit 1, hydraulic system. Many of you already know what is hydraulic system. Hydraulic related with water or liquid. Now you see, hydraulic system works on the principle of Pascal's law, which says that pressure in an enclosed fluid is uniform in all the directions. That is, when pressure is applied to any fluid in a closed container, the pressure is equally transmitted with equal intensity throughout the fluid. So for example, here you have a bowl which contains some water. So when you apply force, suppose with your thumb finger, equal amount of water will be released from every portion, from every hole, every pore. This hole being nearer to this thumb finger will not experience more pressure. This being further, it will not experience less pressure. All the holes or all the pores, they will experience similar pressure, equal intensity. You go through this again. Pascal's law, which says that pressure in an enclosed fluid is uniform in all directions. That is, when pressure is applied to any fluid in a closed container, the pressure is equally transmitted with equal intensity throughout the fluid. So with equal intensity, it means equal pressure. So here is one example, very classic example, an application of Pascal's law, how we are using in hydraulics. This I will explain in the following slide. You see, in this particular example, on the left hand side, considering this is left hand side, pressure acting on left hand side is equal to F1 by A1. F1 is force acting on this piston, left piston, and A1 is cross section area of this piston, left piston, smaller piston. So pressure is equal to force by area. So therefore P1 equal to F1 by A1. Now when we have small a1, that means denominator is small, it means your result will be big, it's not it? We'll have large value of P1 because we have small a1. If a1 is big, that means denominator is big, that means your product will be small, it's not it? So in this case our a1 is small. Here you have one example like piercing with pointed needle. You see, a needle has got very small cross section area, so therefore we can pierce easily through many layers. But if needle is having big cross section area, we cannot pierce. Even with small amount of force, we can pierce a needle through many layers of cloth or even in soil, because the cross section area of needle is small. So the force required to press the needle is very small. Therefore P1 will be high. We can experience large amount of pressure, large pressure intensity with small area. When this cross section area is small, P1 is large. Alright, so this is on the left hand side. But according to Pascal's law, we have P1 is equal to P2. This P1 should be equal to P2. Why? Pressure is equally transmitted with equal intensity throughout the fluid. So when you apply some force here, whatever pressure this area is experiencing, the similar pressure will be experienced here. So on the other hand side, in the right hand side, we can see P2 is equal to F2 by A2. force by area, pressure is force by area, but we have P1 equal to P2, therefore F1 by A1 should be equal to F2 by A2. You see here, F1 by A1 is equal to F2 by A2 because P1 equal to P2 by Pascal's law. Now suppose if F1 is 10 kg, this force we are applying 10 kg, and area A1 is 50 centimeter square, small area, A2 is 100 centimeter square, big area. This is just an example. So from this equation, we can find F2. F2 will be F1 by A1 into A2. So F2 is F1 by A1 into A2. A2 is 100 kg, sorry, 100 centimeter square, 100 into F1 by A1, 10 by 50. So finally we have 20 kg. So that means by applying 10 kg force here, F1, we can get 20 kg force on the other hand side. By applying 10 kg on smaller side, we are achieving 20 kg force on the larger side. So in this way, with small amount of force on one side, we are generating higher amount of force on the other side using this simple Pascal's law. So this is one of the greatest example of Pascal's law application. Like we can lift a car with the help of a jack, hydraulic jack. So if we think car is around more than 1000 kg, so lifting car is almost impossible for human being. But if you use Pascal's law and if you use a hydraulic jack, you press the jack on one side, the car will lift on the other side. It's not it. So this is how if you go to the tire repair shop, you want to repair the tire, so the person, the labor or the mechanic who is working on the tire shop, they will use a hydraulic jack. They will lift one side of the car easily with minimum effort using hydraulic jack. So they are using similar principle. They are applying a small amount of force on one side and the car is lifted on the other side. So this is the basic principle and application of Pascal's law. So this hydraulic system is used in all these machines. If you can observe here, there are some pipelines here. Here several pipelines are going on. So from these pipelines, hydraulic fluid is supplied, and using that hydraulic fluid, work is being done. Huge amount of work has been done with small pressure. So why we are using hydraulic system instead of our mechanical system? Because they are simple, safe and economical. They have fewer moving parts. They have simple levers and buttons for various operations. It means you just have to press one button and the work will be done easily. You don't have to sweat. You don't have to put too much manual labor. Large load capacity with small input. Similarly here, small input, large output. 10 kg force you apply here, we are getting 20 kg force. If we increase this area by 200 centimeter square, suppose, then we will get 40 kg with same force 10 kg. So in this way, we can enhance the output, high accuracy and precision by carefully calculating how much force you apply here. We can get the required or exact force on the other side. Then automatic lubricating provision to reduce the wear. In mechanical moving parts, there is wear and tear because of rubbing action, sliding action. So that is harmful, that is not good. In case of hydraulic system, this liquid are working. So since liquid are working, they help in lubrication. So because of lubrication, wear and tear will be reduced and can be fitted anywhere in various positions. Like example, this one, these pipelines can be taken anywhere. You can see these pipelines, it can be twisted, turned, move from one place to another very easily. We don't have this concrete, this metal structure which are unmovable once fixed, but these pipelines can be manipulated and it can be taken from one point to another point comparatively much easier. Right, so these are some of the advantages of hydraulic system. So the basic hydraulic system it contains various parts. It composed of various components. The first and the most important one is reservoir. So reservoir, you might have heard, water reservoir, oil reservoir. So reservoir is nothing but a storage where you store, like your oil tank in bike, in car. There is also one kind of reservoir where you store your petrol or diesel. In hydraulic system, the main working component is hydraulic fluid. Like in our human body, we have blood, which is our main working fluid. Similarly, in hydraulic system, hydraulic fluid is the primary working component. So we need to store some amount of hydraulic fluid, which can be circulated in the various parts of the machine. So the storage for such type of fluid is called reservoir. So you can see here, it's a simple tank. Fluid return, you see, fluid return means after circulating in the various parts, whatever fluid is returning back, it will come through this inlet, outlet tube. It means whatever fluid has to be taken from here, it will be extracted through this outlet. Here you see hydraulic fluid return line coming back from different parts. Here this similar one, fluid return. Hydraulic pump suction line, it means going out. Air breather, just to circulate some air. Drain plug, drain plug means to drain out. Suppose you want to do cleaning of the tank, so you have to remove all the hydraulic oil. The hydraulic oil has become old, we have to replace it, so we have to drain. So for that we have this drain plug. Hydraulic fluid strainer, strainer means some kind of filter, so that only clean fluid is taken from the system or from the tank to the system. Side glass for checking fluid levels. So this is the transparent glass just to check the level of the fluid. Then filler cap, you open this cap and you fill the hydraulic oil. So this is the basic idea of reservoir. Then similarly we have pump, gear pump. So in human body we have heart. Heart is responsible for pumping blood from different parts, collecting blood from different parts and also supplying blood to different parts. The pumping is not it. It pumps our blood. Similarly, hydraulic system also requires some kind of pump. The most common type of pump is gear pump, because it has got gears inside the housing. This is housing, or we say casing. It's not it. In mobile we have mobile cover, mobile case. This is housing or casing. Fluid will come from this side hydraulic pump suction line. It means fluid is being sucked from this pipe and it will enter here, low pressure inlet. Clear? Fluid is being collected from tank through this pipe outlet, and from this outlet it will go to this pump in this side, blue side, low pressure inlet. Now the pump will rotate, the gear will rotate, and due to the rotation of this gear, whatever fluid is like trapped inside the gear teeth, here you can see whatever fluid is trapped inside the gear teeth is being forced out, on the right hand side, high pressure exit. You see they have also shown two colors, blue and red. Blue indicating low pressure. So when this blue fluid is trapped inside this teeth, slowly it is turning into red. That means high pressure. So from pump it will go to different parts of the hydraulic system. So in this way, hydraulic fluid is pumped from this hydraulic tank to different parts of the hydraulic system. So far, anyone, any question? Hydraulic system?
No.
Sorry, hello?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, so the basic, yes?
Nothing, sir.
So the basic idea how a hydraulic system is working is clear?
Yes,
You
sir.
go,
Yes,
okay. If you have any problem, you just go through Pascal's law, how it works, or you can also ask some like query here. In you can leave a message here, and then today we have this short-term training program on Python. Are you aware?
No, sir.
No, sir.
We have one training program, so I have to attend that training program because I am a part of the coordinating team. So for today, we will just stop here. All right.
Okay, sir.